Hey, my abnormal family. I got one more I wanted to put out today. I'll set it for a later release, but this is a pretty good one too. I wanted to share with you all. Kimberly Dawn Morris, date was October 29th, 2022. Location, Gray County, Texas. The suspect in this case is a dog. The outcome is a fatality. The moon is a waning gibbous. A woman was found dead on Saturday in McLean, and the preliminary autopsy indicates the cause of death is an animal attack. The Gray County Sheriff's Office said deputies were called to the area of Kingsley and Heasley in McLean on Saturday. When deputies arrived, McLean Fire EMS were already on the scene. The original caller told authorities that he had found the body of a woman, and here's the part, guys, that really caught me, that she had been stabbed. Remember, a lot of people that are finding victims right now are starting to call them stabbing cases because the punctures on them are so large that they're not even associating it with a bite. So that right there tells you how big these creatures are. These are larger creatures than dogs that are attacking for wounds to look like stab marks. That's almost scary that their teeth are that large. That's a lot of blood loss, a lot of force, and it's going very deep into you. So, I mean, that's like a lion in a sense. Justice of the Peace Karen Goodman was called to pronounce the woman, identified as Kimberly Dawn Morris of McLean. She was pronounced dead at the scene. The Texas Rangers were asked to join in the Gray County Sheriff's Office for the investigation. Morris's body was sent to Lubbock for an autopsy. On Monday, the preliminary results from the autopsy returned and determined the cause of death was an possible animal attack. The coroner placed it as a possible animal attack of an unknown animal origin. The sheriff's office said that there were no witnesses or any knowledge of any kind of animals were involved. Listen to that again. The sheriff's office said there were no witnesses or any knowledge of what kind of animals were involved. That's scary in its own right there. According to officials on Saturday, October 29th, Gray County deputies were called to the area of Kingsley and Heasley and McLean about a body. Officials stated someone found the body of a woman who had been stabbed. Now you got police officers are saying that this lady has been stabbed. Remember, police officers and first responders see animal attacks routinely and also murders not as routinely depending on the size of the city, but they would know how to determine between an animal attack and a stabbing. And the reason I say that is an animal attack is going to have animal puncture wounds with rip marks. There's going to be tearing and ripping also of the clothes, outer garments, and things. They're not going to undress you, but they are going to rip your clothes up. So I've seen that many times, and you'll also see where the dog bites and rips. These they're calling stabbings. Kimberly Dawn Morris was sent to Lubbock for the autopsy. The scene was investigated by the Texas Rangers and the Gray County Sheriff's Office. Today, the autopsy results confirmed the death to be from an unknown animal attack. Officials say there are currently no witnesses to the attack of what animals were involved. Residents are advised to stay safe in the area to report any unusual encounters or noises. That again is telling you that something is killing people that authorities either know what it is or not going to say what it is, but I would say the younger officers that are arriving on the scene and where they're getting the stab indications are that they haven't seen these things and they're such large wounds that they look like a stabbing, that they're a lot larger than any teeth that what we would see in a normal attack. That's scary. But it also reminds me of the little girl, you know, in Oklahoma that was bit completely over her shoulder and back. Luckily, she survived. And the young boy that died in Oklahoma, Mister young boy named McNeilis, he succumbed to his injuries, and they were massive injuries with parts of him missing, and it was just parts of him were, they believe, consumed. The animal in question, they said was a dog, but the dog was immediately destroyed and was ordered to be burned along with any and all uh, DNA or necropsy. I think they even ordered not to have a necropsy in the case. So this is just another one I wanted to show y'all and tell you that if you're out in the woods, you get attacked by one of these things, you hunt these things. If you succumb to one or one kills you and they become that's your demise, your family's not going to know the truth. It's going to be an animal that does it. Here in Oklahoma, they're even starting to introduce bears into our area. And it makes me wonder, are they introducing the bear into the area for a food source to slow down these creatures, or are they introducing them to have a scapegoat? They may be doing this in a lot of areas now. I'm not sure why they're doing it, but it is starting to happen. And I don't know. It's weird. We're finding alligators in our lakes here in Oklahoma now. We had one in the Claremore Lake, a large alligator. So a lot of weird things are starting to happen. A lot of animals are starting to be in areas they normally have not been in. There's a change happening, and I think we need to be very aware of what's going on. You may not have had anything happen in your area for a long time now, but with this change coming, maybe this migration or this shift in the poles or whatever they're talking about is causing these animals to move. You might start having encounters. Just be safe, keep your head on a swivel, guys, and until next time, don't be something's dinner.